Yeah, before you guys watch this episode, I completely botched the first one while trying to export in Premiere. I accidentally lost about 40 minutes of gameplay, but don't worry, you didn't really miss anything. We just missed reading the first day's poems, which in all honesty, they were the worst ones. So if it had to happen any of the days, then I'm super happy that it ended up being one of the first days I played. So the only things that we missed were reading the poems, and the only thing I would say from the first episode is Monica's was by far the creepiest, and I'll actually post that here in just a second what that looked like, but hers was like all about peering into a hole, a never-ending hole of darkness and light and colors all mixed into one, and it was very concerning to me because it kind of seemed very out of body. But other than that, all the other ones were super lame. But Days 2's poems are so much better. And if it had to happen any of the days, then I'm super happy that it ended up happening on day 1. So I guess stay tuned. And, to help make my dreams come true, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. If you don't mind helping me out, dropping a like. If you want to subscribe, it's already in the same territory. Help my dreams come true. Thank you so much. Enjoy. Welcome back. For me, it's only been like a couple hours. For you, it's probably been a full day. But I really wanted to play again, so I really quickly edited last videos and then was like, okay, I really want to know what kind of happens next. So I figured I would just keep playing. So if you guys need a recap, all that really happened last time was we wrote some poems. We got in good with Yuri and broke up a fight, or at least Sayori did, if I'm saying that right. But lots of talking involved. So I guess every single day we're supposed to be writing kind of like a little bit of a poem to kind of improve our literature skills. So, and I guess I should probably mention that we're a guy. Under that pretense, we're also supposed to kind of saddle up, get closer to some of these wonderful young adults, I would like to say. So far, I think I've got my favorite personally. I think Sayori wore on me a little bit more, and then Yuri, I couldn't get by the fact that she was just a little bit too shy. Like her inability to talk in full sentences is so frustrating to me. So I like Sayori, and I like a person that wears their heart on their sleeve, so she's kind of up there for me for sure. So I guess let's see how we do this time. Okay, so we get a list of 20. Oh, sorry, probably want to lower this a little bit. So what we really want to do is want to pick between some of the things that could kind of get us in good with some of these other girls. Last time we were more on Yuri's side of things, and that was kind of like more like infallible, disown, covet. But what if we did? I think this one might be Sayori. Okay, we already botched it. It's agonizing. Okay. now we're just not doing what we wanted to do. Tragedy? Okay. What I picked up on last time was that Sayori was very like self-harm forward, and is like full disclaimer. Okay, sorry, I was just checking the status of the video. So what I noticed last time was that she was very self-harm forward, and it's just like a disclaimer. I have to say this game is supposed to be pretty much, it's gonna be darker. Each day is gonna be a little bit different, but it's definitely not for like the faint of heart and for younger audiences. So as far as like what this game is about, there's no misleading information. It's meant to be darker, not for younger audiences, so just kind of watch accordingly, I would say. So yeah, I'm gonna talk a lot about her, Sayori, who's probably a little bit more self-harm motivated. So we're gonna pick some things that maybe she'll like a little bit more. So we're thinking clumsy? Heartbeat? Okay. No. Pout? No. Desire, Inferno, Extraordinary. Fantasy? God damn it. Depression? Scars? Unstable was Yuri's? You sick bastard. Silly? Okay. I didn't know what to pick there. Atone? Man, we are scoring major points with Yuri right now. And that's not what we wanted to do. Oh my gosh, are they all Yuri's questions? I'm like actually genuinely trying. Bouncy? Aura? Am I? Tenacious. These are all Yuri. Like, I swear, all of these answers have to be Yuri. Like, because there's no way I'm getting all of hers. Vibrance? It did that on purpose. There's no way. All of those answers, some of them were Sayori's. Am I crazy? Like, some of those I genuinely tried to pick a Sayori answer. Okay. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hey, Nudes. Hey, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club. That's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in the mood. Sorry, get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you. Anyway, speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? Nah, I'm good. Yeah? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Does Yuri have anything to do with this? Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Okay, I see how that was gonna go. I know it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How do you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money. So that way I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves one option. I am a really talkative guy. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody talk this much. Any male for that matter. Hello? I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face was in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Nudes to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford.
And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just...
Yeah, you did. That's a little mean.
I didn't mean that.
Especially when she came to your defense last episode. It's kind of rude.
I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book.
I'm sorry, I can't laugh like her. I don't know how Sayori laughs. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
There's no way you could think that.
You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. I don't know if that's the right word. Yeah, that was like, that's not the right word she wanted to use. Revolution? Okay. Retribution.
Yeah, that.
Still, coming from you, Sayori. Oh, sorry.
So coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't it?
Oh. Okay. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club even before she told me.
But, you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Oh, it's all coming out now. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks me, Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was that? What? A cookie? Sure enough, it was a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle?
It's because I paid restitution. Retribution. Actually,
that one almost worked.
I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though.
Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
You know, she kind of reminds me a little of me. I'm a food person, too. Sayori hugs the cookie. Oh, jeez. Just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hand over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot, just over one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours really looks good too, Natsuki. Can I try? Ah, jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh, so Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? I don't even know how to say that. Mouthful of Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Ah, jeez. You're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the clubroom. Where's Monica anyway? Good question.
Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me. Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual.
I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised.
She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry. I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all.
You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me.
Never mind that. Well, what held you up anyways?
Well, my last period today was study hall. And to be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense though.
You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano.
Piano?
I wasn't aware that you played music as well, Monica.
I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool.
You should play for us, Monica. That's, Monica is acting so sus right now. That's, Monica looks at me. Would you stop? Stop looking at me. I'm not helping your devious plans.
Maybe once I get a little better, I will.
Woo! That sounds so cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Newts.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks.
So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Natsuki went into the closet? It's a little weird. Hey, Yuri. I suddenly noticed Yuri is reading a different book than the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I was kind of just waiting for you.
If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started?
Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you. Oink, oink.
Yeah? Why not? Shall we go then?
Sure. Where are you two off to? We're just, Yuri was gonna go make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounded to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it?
That's, Monica, please, mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me that there's something wrong with helping involve nudes in club activities?
Yeah, my mouth is open. What? I suppose there's nothing wrong with that.
Let's go then, Newts.
Alright. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall.
I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that?
Yuri,
something about the way she said that just made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me?
No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that.
Newts, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me?
It's called ulterior motives, sweetheart. Because Nothing that you do is bad is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane.
No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that?
Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Do not friend zone yourself, bro. What kind of friend would do that?
Friend, you say?
See, she just said the same thing I did. Yuri lifts her head.
I really like being friends with you.
Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, I can see that in like a movie when he's like, anyways.
Yeah. Shall we go?
Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Newts, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine.
Very well.
Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees.
Now it's time to get the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything?
In that case, you'll only be more impressed.
Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway.
That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Nudes. It's very endearing.
Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I'll watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Nudes, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Huh? Why is that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over my desk.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
What is she doing that involves so much heavy lifting with her back? Is that so? I wonder why that is. I just said that, yeah. I was just, what are you doing out there that's making it so that you have lower back pain?
It's mostly because of my
Oh. Because of her boobs. I should have known. I'm a girl. Duh. Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading?
Yeah. I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolates as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. I don't think that would go together. As if in sync, we assumed the same reading positions as last time, each one holding the other half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer together.
I can't see too well.
Well, you're the one who said we should sit on the floor. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my... I can't get over the fact that we joined a club so we can get closely with these girls and everyone's just watching us do our own thing over here. Holding it in my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Oh no, that'd be terrible. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears an intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book and finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
What a visual. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri already totally focused on reading it. Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take the chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. And that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth, just like that. Yuri closes her lips over it. Sorry, I was looking at the picture.
Eh?
Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Nudes?
Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that.
That's... Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right?
Sorry. I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything?
I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell by her expression that she can't even focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meets mine. How did he even come to this? Yuri doesn't even avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of our breaths. I raise my arm. Just like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel... What is this? I'll try to contain myself. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Oh my god, Monica, Jesus Christ. She just scared the frick out of me. Literally, quite literally. I just literally did that. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Nudes, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken.
I'll take care of the cups.
Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling that this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Okay, we chose Monica last time, and I think we should do Monica again. Because hers was the darkest one by far. Hi again, Nudes. How is the writing going? That's alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. No, you never know. Want to share your what you wrote today? Sure, here we go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright. This one's good. This one feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think your poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She likes a
She likes a totally different person when she's picked up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, she's like it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what's going on inside that head of hers? I hope you don't mean in a bad way. No, of course not. I just mean that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down. I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure that she's already got a boyfriend. Monica's trying to sabotage. Whoa, wait, really? A fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. See, these ones are freaky. Sorry, you guys can't see that top one. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing on a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load me? It's even more abstract than your last one. Huh? I guess that's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing that I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're really trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still a little hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or as conversational, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it in that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll feel yourself facing a difficult decision, and when that happens, don't forget to save your game. What? Should I save now? You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, well now she's got me all paranoid. Let's just go ahead and save this. Alright, let's get Natsuki out of the way. Well, if it isn't... Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. What? Phew? What's that? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take it as a win. And I get the feeling that you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing, and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me that Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around dead weight. That was a little unnecessary.
But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start talking to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it hurts anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Okay. Doesn't like spiders. Got it. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best that I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyway, would you agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk? Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks it doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone, and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's the best that I do, after all. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's do Sayori. We'll do Yuri last. Oh, I like this one, Nudes. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how that works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me either. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people, and you need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, really don't know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes I like a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? The word that I'm looking for. Bittersweet. Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy, sad. I could see you liking something sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. We did. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give that rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Nudes. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp. Wait. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. What does that mean? I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar? It's like I'm sorry. Okay, it's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on a shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, exploring the secrets hiding in the nooks and the crannies. Digging and digging and scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile. Between my feet, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is an echo, 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 echo inside my head. What the was that? That was horrible. Holy crap. Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking about it too hard. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Thanks.
I feel like I was meant to express myself in this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? It's only been one day. I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sari's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something and before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. All right, Yuri. Let's see what you've written today. Yuri stares at a poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Nudes. This one might be even better than yesterday's. How do you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Gulp. Even her hands appear sweaty.
I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know.
It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes in and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think that before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her.
Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It's probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy.
Are you saying that you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write
for myself. Besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that? Yuri nods. Oh god, even your closest friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share your poem that you wrote today?
Yeah, I do. If it's with you.
The Raccoon.
It happened in the dead of the night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. What? The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off the cutting knife. Why are these so long? The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I don't know if I said that right. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. I feel like there was supposed to be more meaning in that, but it actually is kind of hard to read her handwriting, if I'm being honest. I think she said it here. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife is the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. I like her poems because they have definitely a deeper meaning, but I didn't like the raccoon analogy. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way that it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobby. Okay. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
That's funny. Didn't Netsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest?
She did?
Yeah. She was talking about how it didn't matter about what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody.
She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way?
Yeah. Sounds like the two of you have that in common.
That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that.
Don't worry. I don't have a reason to.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little now. But I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Newts.
That's exaggerating a little bit.
It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I feel like it. Look forward to it. A really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that.
It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. Just for a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone can come sit in front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well last minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sari has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think that's a bad idea? That bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. And if we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what the literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing up in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Fine. I guess we'll have to get over it. Get it over with. All right. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's awesome. Oh, sorry, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of other people. No way! Monica, it's too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through the notebook to her specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is this simply a natural? Or she's simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. I don't know how to say that word. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly to the platform. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns, and in the structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. That must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. Hey. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone else joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops off her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine that you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery, like Sayori said, or like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this poem on paper, I probably wouldn't think much about it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said that she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Nudes likes it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem really fits you nicely. But it might be the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. This is a lot of talking. I'm like, I might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's, well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's, just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Nudes. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyways. Might as well let Nudes lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. See, no, that's not how you make friends, Natsuki. Natsuki, that's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just go over what I wrote for today. I stand up and sit in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put the energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive the applause anyways. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then, that just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Oh, why are you all looking at me? Well, it's because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath, and once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if it's giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I could put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I didn't think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess if that's the case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you will all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure to pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Oh geez, I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really well, really nicely so far, and I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the enthusiasm There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it, if it's for the club's sake. And impressing Monica? What? No! No, we're not into Monica. We're into Sayori and Yuri. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Newts. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's just go. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Oh, sorry. I was spacing out. Oh, not Siri. Come on, Siri. No wonder. Oh, sorry. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles for her words. So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. No. I would have still walked home with Sayori because she got me into the club, and because of her, I wouldn't have met everyone else. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already seen her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to be really like to going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Nudes. You really think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point of speculating something that's never going to happen? Conversation trails off. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time?